Greetings, welcome one and all to the Wild Dogs sponsorship fundraising workshop, the third and final workshop. Pretty exciting times, pretty excited for this. Probably the part of fundraising that has the highest upside. So yeah, it could be you could be surprised, pleasantly surprised with sponsorship and if it goes well. So yeah, the name of the game today is to learn how to like use the sponsorship proposal that we have. We've worked very hard on getting this out, getting it ready. And yeah, we want to sort of equip everyone with being able to use it, being able to approach sponsors, like turn the contacts that you know into like people that buy in to not just people, but I mean businesses that buy in to the program and want to be associated with that in different ways. So yeah, without any further ado, oh wait, so yes, one more thing. Um, yeah, after this, what we want to do is you want to discuss like leads. So if you like know anyone that has a business, maybe like your uncle, owns glass cutting factory, and wants like some exposure with the wild dogs. Yeah, think of those people now while we have these discussions. And yeah, we're going to try to show you how to approach them. Cool. Moving on. The sponsorship proposal, yay, that could be you. Make the dreams come true. Okay, so executive summary, that's the first part. About the wild dogs, if you remember with the individual fundraising, you have to tell people who you are. That's one of the first things you need to do. And that's what we're starting with there. A call to action. Sorry, Han, do you want to say something?
Are we sharing this for everybody to see?
Oh,
Oh,
sorry. It's on my screen, but I haven't been sharing it. Thanks for the heads up. Uh, yes. Share and admits are where we have the Eastern region players. Thanks for coming after your meeting, guys. Um, Yeah, well, we're starting from the beginning because I actually forgot to to share the screen. So you're just in time for the Wild Dog sponsorship proposal. We want to teach you how to use this document, how to approach your uncle, your auntie, uh, business owners that you know can support the Wild Dogs because you want to make dreams come true. Yeah, go represent your country. So yeah, contents. We have the executive summary about the Wild Dogs. Call to action. So yeah, just those first 3 points. Remember what we spoke about in the individual fundraising about you need to tell people who you are. So we're telling people who the wild dogs are and giving them a call to action, giving them something to do. Yeah, and giving them different channels to do that. We're going through the different types of sponsorships that you can do. So we have a bunch of packages that we thought of and different places that you can sort of get sponsorship. So it's not just shirts. You can like be a sponsor on the stream for the inter-regional tournament. You could be a sponsor at nationals potentially. So yeah, a bunch of ways to sponsor. There are some case studies, some stories of people that actually have gotten sponsored because it's been done before, but just not like on a large scale. It's been done for individuals, but yeah, we're going to do it as a team. And what's very important is that this is how you can contact us as well. We have those details there. And then we have appendices that we will be updating on a regular basis. Lots of information is coming through like now. So yeah, the information might be a little bit outdated, but we'll send you updates. So yeah, here's the executive summary. Yeah, just to touch on this, we're trying not just to describe who we are as the Wild Dogs, but like what Ultimate is. And you can see a lot of SOTG, spirit of the game, that Charlotte actually mentioned at the beginning of the meeting. We just didn't get the recording in there. But yeah, the essence of ultimate frisbee and what makes it pretty attractive as a sport is the spirit of the game. So yeah, you want to sort of lean into that because that's what sort of makes frisbee different. There are values that you're sort of promoting, and that's what we're trying to do with sponsorships. We're trying to find sponsors that align to our values, and a good like value lightning rod, if you will, is the spirit of the game. So yeah, you can give this a read when you have time. Um, but yes, it's about development. It's about growing the sport and growing the sport in the country. And why? Why are we growing the sport? Why should you buy in? Because the spirit of the game. It makes you decent. It makes you lacquer. So yeah, here we go about the Wild Dogs, the team overview. So yeah, if you look here, we're looking at like our goals, um, or where we've been in the past, where we've placed in past tournaments. Um, and yeah, that's also going to help us like sort of aim for our goals. We have our core values here, which is what's going to also guide us to our goals. So, inclusion, excellence, access, and showing up. Yeah, those are like the four core values, the pillars. Just to run through them, inclusion, like we want to give everyone the opportunity to play, like just to play ultimate. That's why we have regional teams now, and regional coaches, because we want to get as many people involved and as many people playing frisbee and facilitating frisbee as possible with this campaign. So that's a core pillar. Access, once again, that's how we were going to build inclusion. It's all nice to say, hey, we want everyone to play, but if we don't create the means and we don't create the channels, then what are we really doing? So yeah, we want to get as many people, uh, give as many people the opportunity to represent as possible, and that's what we're going to do at the interregional tournament. Um, Excellence. So, as it says here, as the best in the country, we also need to be the best for the country, right? People are looking up to you now. Um, like when you become a wild dog, when you represent your country, it's not just like a cool thing that you can wear, you can put on your blazer, whatever. You know, um, you have a responsibility now to the country. You're the best. And yeah, we want our responsibility to like help the country also grow and help frisbee grow in the country. So we're not just wearing the South African flag, but we're like doing the best we can for the country. So yeah, excellence. And then showing up, because if you don't show up, how are you going to get anything done? You know, if you don't show up, you can't compete. And it's also about showing up on the day. So yeah, those are the core values. And you sort of want to tell a story, and you wanna like give your sponsors, your potential sponsors, like values to attach themselves to, and these are the ones that we've chosen. We have our faces here as the management. You know who we are. You can tell your friends, you can tell your sponsors. As you can see here, we have our why to sponsor us over here. A call to action. It's about getting as many players as possible to Worlds, about making dreams come true, and also like helping grow a community that could do good for the country. And this opportunity to go overseas and represent the country um, gives us the opportunity to bring back the best, just to up the level of ultimate in the country. We have our targets here, and we have appendices that will also give more details on that. So just quickly going to admit null. Oh no, what has happened? There we go. Is null inside? Yes. Welcome null. Okay, cool. What do the wild dogs represent? What's very important, that Charlotte also mentioned when the before the meeting started, is that we need to be able to show sponsors that we're doing what we're saying, because it's all good and well to have all these great ideas and to be like, this is what we're about. But if you're not doing anything, like, are you really about that? And if people can't see you doing it, I know like sometimes people are like, just do the right thing, and like that's what matters, and that is what matters. But yeah, we also need to get like attention on these things, and that's what like social media platforms are good for, and that's why it's important not just to do, but to do and to say, and then to say what you do, and then yeah, it sort of creates a virtuous cycle, where you're active and you're making a difference in the community. So yeah, what do we represent? You can check out the pledges on I'm pointing to the screen, so you can check out the pledges on Instagram. A great initiative that a past wild dog, Eliza Stewart, did. She wanted to make some change in like the wild dogs like atmosphere, um, and yeah, got everybody to pledge a way to do better for the community. And that goes back to us trying to be not just the best in the community, but to be the best for the community. So that's an example of that. Um, so yeah, here are a bunch of initiatives as well, for community growth. And then, yeah, that's basically the call to action. Then the sponsorship itself, how you can actually help, the different opportunities that you can get. So, yeah, you can get co branded content. We can use our social media channels. Thank you, Laura Betts, killing it on the social media, keeping that nice and active. But yes, we can get co-branded content. You can literally be like, hey, I'll sponsor this amount of money. We'll get to the appendix to explain like the different packages, but essentially you can get content with maybe like your merchandise, or so that could be pictures, videos, blog posts as well on the website that Daniel also has for us. We also have like behind the scenes access content. So yeah, if you want to like feature some of your products or something like during a training session, if you have like energy drinks or something, you could get that. Um, and it also allows your employees to engage with the players. So yeah, you can come to a training session, check out how we're training, maybe pull into a tour, um, and yeah, just try out frisbee with some of the best players in the best under 24 players in the country. And then there's adverts. Oh yes, Hannah.
Yeah, also with regards to behind the scenes access, I think that was also talking about Patreon. So you get people to buy in to, I don't know, like maybe subscribe to maybe paying like $5 a month, would obviously have to change that to rands, and then they get access to exclusive content. Um, yeah.
So yeah, thanks for that, Hannah. Just filling in the gaps. Yeah, other opportunities as mentioned, advertising on national streams. So you saw in at own in this year in KZN, we had some sponsorship bars at the bottom. We had a few sponsors there, Stuff Magazine, physiotherapist, Ali's physiotherapist, I think it's BRH. So yeah, sponsorship opportunities there, getting on national streams. So, and the different streams that are available are the inter-regional tournaments, and probably opens and women's nationals in East London. Fingers crossed. So yeah, there's also merchandise. We can do like co-branded merchandise. Maybe get like sponsorship on a disc. Speaking of, we do have discs that we're selling now, and maybe for the next batch we can hoist some sponsors on that. So that could also help fundraise. And then also sponsorship on our kits. So like on our sleeves, maybe on the front, on the back, there are different sponsorship options. Um, we can also do team builders and corporate events. So if anyone is keen to actually help facilitate some of those as players, we'll run like events where we can like play different frisbee games and literally just do some corporate team building stuff, just to have fun with some frisbee with the Wild Dogs. So yeah, those are the different sponsorship options, just in a nutshell. And case studies here, Sanele Mazimela, the current coach of the Northern Region Wild Dogs. He got sponsored through his company Discovery when he started working there. Someone bought it and just sorted him out. And then Siyabonga Mhlongo and Langa Nindi, university students at WITS, and the WITS Gender Equity Office provided each of them with some money to get them overseas. So, yeah, big companies have been helping the wild dogs. There is a history of that. So, yeah, that's in the sponsorship proposal as well. If you want to contact us, there's our email, u24.safta@gmail.com. Yeah, that's basically where that's the main email that most of our communications are going to go through. And yeah, the appendices are here. So the campaign expenses, this will be updated on a regular basis. But oh no, we did update this one. Ah, Hannah, kill it. Hannah. So yeah, we have the tournament attendance fees, the team kit fees, and then individual expenses, and then even the visa fees are here. And what you want to do with these is you want to give people clear targets to sort of attain, and for us to sort of work towards. Um, so yeah, as sponsorship or with sponsorship rather, we want to cover team fee, player fee, coaches and managers fee, um, and that will total to $9,100. So yeah, and then we also want to get kits sorted out, and then also help with individual expenses, such as accommodation. Yeah. Appendix B, the kit design. So yeah, we will have space to put sponsors on the front, at the back, in the bottom, and on the sleeve. So here's the light and dark kit that we'd be using for or that was used in the 2023 campaign. Probably using this one again. And yeah, Appendix C is the sponsorship packages. So what we want to do is we want to sort of be able to bundle different like like products or options at different prices. So if we find a sponsor for 5,000, you can become a sponsor on the website. You can get a blog post on the website, and then we can give you an image post on socials. And that's what we can sort of provide as the administration. How's it, Luke? Welcome. Um, so yeah, that's the 5,000 Rand package. The 10,000 Rand package uh, gets you a video on social media, and you get to advertise on a stream game. I'll show you how that looks. Um, a little bit more, 25K. You can get like an internal video that you can use um, for your company to be like, hey, this is PG Glass. I don't know why I'm thinking about glass, but yeah, PG Glass supports the Wild Dogs, and the Wild Dogs love PG Glass. And then that could be a video that PG Glass could use on their own platforms. PG Glass. Um, Higher packages get you the tournament or tour title sponsorship. So it won't just be the interregional tournament. It will be the PG Glass interregional tournament. So yeah, we can get your sponsorship there. And then yeah, Frisbee team builder, depending on where you are and if we have wild dogs that are within the vicinity, and people that can actually facilitate it. So we'll have hubs, maybe Johannesburg, Cape Town, potentially. Anyone that's keen to run those will maybe try have a workshop there. Uh, 50K also gets you a sleeve sponsor, and then 100K gets you all of the above, and the front sponsor, maybe the front or the back. So making space there, and all of this to reach our target of 600K. That may change. Uh, Now that's a little bit more, we have a little bit more information on like accommodation, for example. It won't change like drastically, but yeah, we're still figuring out a lot as it goes. So yeah, that's basically a rundown of the sponsorship proposal. If there are any questions, feel free to ask them now before we actually start chatting about maybe some leads and some ideas. Cool beans. Thank you. Questions? Should have got water. Thank you. Applause received. Um, all right. If no more questions, let's. Oh, I'm muted. Sorry. Okay, sweet. For the people that just arrived, yes, we can scroll through from top to bottom, give a quick rundown of the sponsorship proposal. Sponsorship proposal, make dreams come true. Yay, look at all of these wild dogs. It could be you, or it could be someone that you want to support. Just going through everything, executive summary. What we want to do is we want to lean into the spirit of the game because that's what makes Frisbee special. And that's what you want companies to align their values to. It's like a nice value indicator. So yeah, um, what is Frisbee? That's in the first page. The second page is who are the wild dogs who play Frisbee. A little bit of history on where we've placed in the past. So it just shows that we've been active. You know, this isn't just a fly by night thing, it's a real thing. Core values, once again, it's important to um, give companies values to attach themselves to. And the core values of this campaign are inclusion. We want to give everyone the opportunity to play. Um, and there's a bunch, yeah, access. We want to give, so to give the opportunity, we have to make the paths for that. Excellence, we want to be not just the best players in the country that are selected, but the best players for the country, using our platform for good and showing up. Because if you don't show up, you can't do anything. So, yeah, that's a very core value there. Um, and you also have to show up on the day. Yeah, it's actually pretty deep, Jakes. Call to action, why sponsor us? Um, yeah, we basically lean into this experience will help the best players become better and therefore grow the community. Um, there's our target of 600K. What the Wild Dogs represent, remember, it's about attaching things to values, and you want to be able to show companies that you're actually doing what you're saying. You're like walking your talk. A good example of that are the Wild Dogs pledges that the 2023 campaign did, where people said what they were going to do to contribute to the community. And yeah, people have been showing that they've actually been doing that. Um, and we've shown how people have done that as well. And then sponsorship, the different types of sponsorship that you can get, just some ideas that you can use. Maybe you have ideas as a sponsor. Co-branded content, there's a package for that. Behind the scenes access, maybe you want the wild dogs to make some content for you, or you come in to do like a cool wild dogs throwing session or something, and then you could make content out of that for your own platform. Advertising on national streams, so the interregional tournaments, there'll be sponsorship opportunities there, and hopefully at nationals. And then exclusive merchandise, so we have this now that we're going to sell. Yay! I think we didn't mention, but yeah, we have this that we're going to sell. We're just sorting that out. Um, and maybe for the next batch, we can get some sponsors on that. Um, Sponsor on the kit as well. That's also an option for sponsorship, and we'll show the prices later. And then team builder and corporate events. So yeah, we can organize the Wild Dogs to do like a team builder or for corporate events. Maybe get people playing some frisbee games and then playing like a game of frisbee, so that people can see what they're investing in, like the sport itself, experience it, if you know what I'm saying. So yeah, case studies. Um, the Sanele Mazimela made it in 2019 with the sponsorship. He's now even coaching the Northern Region Wild Dogs, so he's giving back to the community. Siyabonga Mhlongo and Langa Nindi, They got sponsorship through an organization in their university, and that also helped them go. So there's history of sponsorship. Just to like tell sponsors that, hey, it's been done before. You can contact us on the email u24.safta at gmail.com. And then the appendices. Here's all the the values for everything that you sort of need to pay, or that we want to get paid through sponsorship: team fee, player fee, coaches fee, to make a total fee, tournament attendance fees. Maybe you can get kit sponsored, and then yeah, we have the estimated cost for individuals here as well, and visa. So yeah, there's most of the expenses. This is just the kits that we're going to use. So if you want a sponsorship, if you want sponsorship on the front of the shirt, you can have a chair on the side of the shirt. The sleeves are also an option. There's an icon there of the tournament, maybe under the South African flag, light kits and dark kits. And then the final page, the final appendix, is the sponsorship package. As you can see, different prices here: 5,000, 10,000, 25, 50, and 100. And yeah, the different tiers get you different stuff. Lowest tier gets you like images. If you want to go a little bit higher, you can get like internal videos for 25K. Um, if you want to get like your company on the kits, so that will cost like the highest tier of 100 Rand or 100 grand. Um, and that's for the front and the back. But then for the sleeve, for example, you can just pay 50. So yeah. Oh, and you can also become the title sponsor of a tournament for 50K, for 100K. It's probably first come, first serve. Um, or wait, actually, let me not put that down on. But yeah, we'll sort that out once the sponsors come rolling in. But yes, that is a quick rundown of the sponsorship proposal. Um, yes, are there any questions? Cool, cool. Let's get to work then. Oh, Tian's hand is up and down and up and down.
I was an second table. I just wanted to do some clapping.
Oh, he was clapping. Oh, he's trying to clap. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah, a lot of work went into the sponsor proposal. Thank you very much, fundraising task force. You guys are champions. Okay, cool. Now, about using the sponsorship proposal, using the tool, what we want to do is we want to generate leads. Um, and leads are basically just, hey, I want to talk to Discovery because they've sponsored us before and they're all about health, for example. That is a lead. So with a lead, you're going to need to have a contact person. We're going to have account managers that are also going to help like stay in contact, like, and help get the deal like sorted. But for those people to actually work, we're going to need people to give us a start. We're going to need a bunch of people to find leads because yeah, you want to ask as many people as possible because you could probably get a lot of no's, but the yeses will be in there. So yeah, if we can get as many leads as possible, as many people asking as possible, we give ourselves the best chance. So, does anyone have any leads? Did anyone come in here being like, hey, I have an idea. I have an uncle that has a small business and I think he can contribute 5,000 Rand. Sorry, that's the low sponsorship package. Um, yeah, because yeah, there's some expenses that we sort of want to cover that are relatively urgent. But yeah, any leads out the gate from anyone?
I have a friend who is very high up in dimension data, and I've been keeping him in the loop of all the ultimate frisbee stuff I've been doing since I started in June, with all the stuff we've been doing and so on. And I'll speak to him because he's very like keen on ultimate frisbee.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll speak to him. Maybe he has a contact that we can speak to there corporate social responsibility. I'm not sure if Dimension Data would be interested in sponsoring a sports team, but it's worth a shot.
Okay, it is worth a shot. Thank you for that, Charlotte. Uh, that's a good type of lead. Just to discuss different types of leads. If you know someone, like that's like a personal contact lead, those are probably like the easiest ones that we could do. Um, but there's also the option if we want to sort of approach sponsors that we don't know but that we think align to our values. That's also like a different type of lead. So yeah, if we don't have like the personal connections, like for now, that's also an option that you guys can also think about. So think about different companies that you think, it would be cool for Planet Fitness, a gym, for example, to sponsor, for example. Let's quickly jump to Luke and then Hannah and then Charlotte. You have a godfather who's in charge of a small business who's really interested in ultimates. Okay, and has been keen to sponsor some stuff for anything. Okay, cool. Um, the sponsorship proposal has been shared. Um, yeah, we'll give you. I'll actually show you the lead sheet once we're done here, and we'll get that thing populated. So yeah, Hannah.
Yeah, just so that everyone knows, we have approached Discovery already, if I'm not mistaken. And then Charlotte, I know that you've been in touch with Virgin Active. So already there's been a few um, big companies that have been approached, and there are a few others on our list as well that we haven't got to yet, such as Standard Bank is one. And oh, I can't remember the other one at the moment, but I'll type it in the chat when I do.
Okay, so, oh, Tipo, if you have anything to say. Okay, good. Hi. Um, like Hannah said, there's Virgin Active. I have um
Do you know my address?
the marketing email address, but I don't have a direct contact in Virgin Active. So we can send a sponsorship proposal to them. I recommend with most sponsorship proposals to big corporates is a strong email introduction with um, the sponsorship proposal attached. The other company I've been courting online a little bit is Woolworths because, in my personal opinion, the best deserves the best. And the idea I have with Woolworths is asking them for the regional tournaments if they don't want to sponsor food boxes or something like that. That's just an idea I have. Otherwise, I can just send the sponsorship proposal to Woolworths. Um, I've been studying them a little bit in terms of what they stand for, and we align very strongly with their values.
Nice, Charlotte. Yeah, that's the way to be thinking. You want to align with values. So yeah, Woolworths pretty exciting. And what was also cool about that you brought up was the whole thing of asking Woolworths to do what they specialize in, right? So asking Woolworths for food boxes. Maybe we can ask um, SAA for flights. So yeah, think about also approaching sponsors like that to address specific needs, so that it's not always like a monetary value that they're giving, but they might like sponsor flights for the tours, um, that will be happening in Cape Town and KZN. And yeah, that also a great way to save us some money. So yeah, keep thinking about that. Add that to your thoughts, to your lead generation. Um, and yeah, actually use that right now. Does anyone have a lead? I'm gonna pick on people. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Any other leads? Dun, dun, dun. Aiden.
Hey, yeah, I just know that at Stellenbosch, quite a few of the different communities have been sponsored by sort of different drink
Mm.
companies. Like some people have been sponsored by like Bon Aqua, and I know Pika is sponsored by Switch, like Switch energy drinks. So it wouldn't really be useful in like Spain, but for trials for the different tours, I think that's something that could potentially be useful.
Okay, I like that. Thinking of the local, yeah, thinking of different sponsors for different regions. So, local sponsors for the local stuff because now we have some local options. Yeah, I don't think is a bad idea at all. Um, Drinks as well. I like that because literally we use drinks in our sports. So yeah, that's also a good type of sponsor to think of. Nice one, Aiden. Charlotte.
You mentioned something about asking SAA for flights and so on. We can even, if that is an option that we want to approach SAA because they are the national carrier, is to ask maybe for even for discounts on flights. To say, hey, listen, we understand you can't necessarily sponsor all of our flights, but can you give our players 50% off on flights?
I like that. Vouchers
Yeah.
that like just they don't have to take away everything, but they can soften the blow. And then what you can do is you can sort of like get sponsors to help together. So like SAA covers one half with discounts, and then like I don't know, Woolies, if for example, because they love us so much and they align to our values, they're like, we'll cover the other half. Let's go, because they're so hyped. Yeah, build hype, guys. You must be like, oh wow, this is so exciting. You want to be part of this action. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I like that. Different ways to tackle the problem. It doesn't always have to be monetary. It can be through discounts. And yeah, we can think local. We can think international. Um, International sponsors. Does anyone have? Maybe we need big sponsors for that. People or sponsors that can put down 100K. Hmm. Hmm. For like a shirt sponsor, because then you get international coverage, right? You can get onto to Ulti World. I mean, we literally have footage of us playing on YouTube. It's there, big views there. And if you want an international audience, that's also an option. So yeah, let's think of international places as well. Maybe Vodacom, a cell courier. Maybe, huh? Maybe. Okay. Vodacom or cell couriers. I know they're very involved with like PSL and stuff like that. Yeah, that's hmm. Hmm. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Any other leads? Do you know where that leads list is? It's on the key. Okay. Okay. We actually have a lead list that I'm actually going to find, or Hannah's been working on now, so we'll get to that real fast.
I've just been adding to it with the new ideas.
Ouch! Let's see. What's it called? Oh wait, okay, yeah. Charlotte, jump.
Only other lead that I have is within the ministry communication for sports, arts, and culture, but I don't know how that would help us with our campaign specifically.
Actually like approaching government. Yeah. I remember Sia brought that up in the what meeting was it? I think it was the phase 2 meeting. Yeah. Should we approach like governments, like local governments to help out? Han, what do you think?
I think it's a little bit more complicated with approaching government because we're not registered with SASCOC yet.
Ah,
I think that's the caveat to approaching um, the Department of Sports and Arts and Culture and all of that stuff. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe I don't think that they have like a little budget for niche sports. But maybe it's worth a shot just to see. And if it's no, it's no. Like you said, we're gonna get a lot of no's.
Yeah, guys, we mustn't be afraid of no's, eh? No's they mustn't stop us from asking questions. In fact, we must come, take the no's. Be like, you know what, I've got another no, because I took another shot. Um, yeah, and that's how winning is done, guys. So we're trying to, okay, anyway, I'm pretty hyped about this. But yeah, we have, actually, let me share the screen. The, sorry, present something else. Yeah. Here is the lead sheet that Hannah has been working on. Thank you very much, Han. No, I must take it away. I'm sorry. This is supposed to be behind the scenes. You see, if you're a sponsor, you can get behind the scenes stuff like this. Um, jokes. Okay, but I'll run through some of the sponsors here that we thought of a while ago. I was thinking of Nando's, Best Vibes, healthiest fast food, you know, maybe Nando's. Sorry, yes, South African brands. So we split them into South African and international brands. So yeah, with the South African brands, Nando's, Best Vibe, healthiest fast food. Hollard, I think I know someone there. So yeah, Luke's godfather is a fluid. Wait, I misread that, and now it's gone. Tiger Brands, Energate, potential drinks partner. Ah, Aiden, great minds think alike. Um, we're already approaching Discovery, and then maybe like a Sportsman's Warehouse, Mr. Price Sports. Maybe we can get like a potential apparel partner, a local one. And yeah, then yeah, maybe we can get some development there. Clicks or Dischem. Potential first aid partner. I don't know. That's what we thought. Yeah, yeah, Charlotte.
Um, just also we're talking now big leads and like big sponsorship, like we're going big. I don't know if any of you have seen Power Aid's new campaign for the Athlete Code or the Athlete Project, where they're promoting mental health breaks for athletes. Where in the past, when athletes took a break for mental health, they would lose their sponsors, and the sponsors would be like, well, if you need time off, sorry, then we can't sponsor you anymore. And now there's this athlete's code that everyone has to sign that says, you know what, like Simone Biles took one Olympic game off, and then now she came out top. And it's all about that kind of movement. So we can maybe approach Power Aid with something like that. Yeah.
I like Powerade. It's like international because it's part of the Coke company. Good shot. Um, okay. Your godfather is at Fluid Energy. Oh, I see. Boilers and burners. Okay. It's something. I think like right now we're just sort of shooting our big sponsors, but the role that like small companies can play could be pretty big. Literally, just a few 5Ks here and there could go a long way. So think of asking your local business maybe to sponsor like a regional team or sponsor the local tours. But don't sleep on the local sponsorship because that could also go far. So yeah. Um, we also have the Wildlife Act. If anyone knows anyone from there, that would be cool. And then thought of some apparel labels, but actually we got in contact with one of them. But yeah, I think it doesn't. Yeah, it didn't quite hit the spot. So yeah, sometimes we also say no. But yeah, sponsorship proposal, sponsorship workshop basically is wrapped up now. But I think what's important, oh wait, yes. Let me show you the lead sheet. just in terms of the information that you should try to get from your sponsors, just to help us keep track of them. Still a work in progress, but this is what we are going to try to populate. Still need to sort out that sales lead template, but yeah, what you want to get is the company name. Probably try to get a form, make a form to make this easier. Contact name, so the name of the contact that you're contacting, and their position. Get a link, and then see how much they're willing to sponsor. See if you could find that out. We'll change the name there, and then just some comments. Account manager, so basically the account manager is going to be either like whoever brought the lead, they'll keep contact with the lead like the whole time, or we'll ask our account managers on the fundraising group, um, to like pick up accounts. So maybe you can bring a lead, but you don't have to like take it all the way to actually getting them to give the sponsorship and doing everything that comes with that. Um, yeah, so we'll have people. If you want to be one of those people, if you want to help manage an account, join the fundraising group. Be like, hey, I want to try this thing, because it's a skill that you could build. Um, then dates of contact, that's going to be important just to make sure that we're keeping track and we're meeting on a regular basis. The next action to take, maybe they need to, um, we haven't delivered something that they asked for, so we will do that. Date of next contact if we're planning to follow up later, and then just status of the lead. So that's it's either still in progress of talking, starting on that side of the spectrum, to delivered deliverables, which is the other side of the spectrum. And then the source of lead, where did we get it? I might actually delete that one. And then yeah, the contact details go here. Maybe we want to deliver them like something, so we want the mailing address, and then we just want to get like the details of where they are. So try to find these things out, so that we can get these things go, or so that we can keep track, sorry, of the sponsors. Um, and yeah, we'll be managing this. The fundraising group will be managing this as well. So yeah, if you're keen to be involved in that, um, please don't hesitate to join the fundraising group within the community. And yeah, if you have any leads but you don't want to be on the fundraising group, you can send them on your regional group, or just say, "Hey, I have a lead," and then we'll pick it up from there. Okay, cool. Are there any other questions? Doop doop doo doo doop. That's cool stuff. All right. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you for your time. Um, good luck. We good luck to us. We actually have a deadline that we're going to try to reach. So in terms of accommodation, let me stop sharing. Sorry. So in terms of what's happening? Or I'll let Hannah talk. Hannah, but I need to get the mute button, and it's hiding behind. There it is. Cool.
So yeah, we received an email that Worlds is definitely happening. So WIFT have reached their critical mass for the tournament. So Worlds is happening. So yeah, we have now gone and approached the organizing committee just to check in and about accommodation options, because now we need to move ahead with that. Um, so we received a quote, um, and yeah, it's quite a decent amount of money, and yeah, there's also quite a tight frame on it, in terms of we need to pay an initial deposit, um, then we need to pay 50% of the total fee, I think by the end of January, um, and yeah, obviously. I'm going to reply to that email and say, well, this is not necessarily possible for us time-wise. So we'll see what happens there. Um, but that might also mean that we end up forfeiting the accommodation that the organizing committee have provisionally booked for us. But we'll see. I don't want to put alarm bells out yet, but the initial deposit is 1,500 euros, which translates to just under 30K. So that's what we're looking at needing to pay if they don't grant us an extension very, very soon. But let me first communicate with the organizing committee and see if they are amenable to any sort of extensions and all of that. And hopefully they are. I'm sure we're not the only team that still needs to um, get that sort of admin together, and that it's difficult coming from global south. Our exchange rate, it does not work in our favor, so hopefully they will be amenable. So that's just to keep you guys in the know for what's in the immediate future with regards to payments. Um, and yeah, it's obviously difficult to navigate this because we do not have a selected team yet, but we're working on it. We're doing our best, and yeah, uh, I'll keep you guys in the loop.
For giving us that update. Yeah, so essentially we need to sort of get 30K in a week, imagine. But I don't think it's impossible. If a bunch of us can ask local businesses for like 5K, 5K here, 5K there. That's just six businesses doing 5K, three businesses doing 10K, and that knocks our first expense right off. So yeah, if you have anyone, you know anyone like right now, give them a call, um, and see if that's even possible. So yeah, a little bit of urgency, a little bit of okay, the timing is actually right, like we found out today. So maybe it might work that we're doing the fundraising sponsorship workshop now as we get our first deadline. And yeah, hopefully we can make it work and this can be a success. Okay, cool. I think that's all the time we have. Thank you very much, everyone, for the time. Thank you for showing up. Remember, core value: show up. Because if you don't show up, you can't. Yeah, if you don't show up to the party, you can't dance. So yeah, let's get dancing. Thank you once again, and see you guys soon.